and in our fabulous Showgirl Temple Reconnect with Body Magic group. All right, welcome to the Showgirl Temple. It's light and bright today and also already warm. So let's get hotter, shall we? We're going to start with our feet about hip width apart. Softening into the ground. We want to keep soft knees as we're doing this. I prefer to do all this stuff barefoot. You're welcome to put on fitness shoes anytime. If you want to start the beginning part in heels, you're welcome to do that as long as you're safe. So let's take a few breaths and settle in to where we are. Soft bend in the knees, inhaling, chest rises, shoulders and arms come down. Inhaling again. Exhaling. Let's yum on the next exhale. Inhale. Yum. One more, because that's fun. Yum. Nice. Sometimes I like yumming better than oming. Just feels good, right? All right. Little deeper bend now and pulling your pelvis forward and back. Trying just to use your lower abs, getting them warmed up and ready for that. Not the glutes. We want our booty to stay loose so it wiggles when we shimmy. Nice. Hello, low abs. Have you been slacking today? Mine feel like they have. And coming into a more centered position where your tailbone feels like it's dropping down. We're just gonna push a hip out. Kind of a chill bump here. Just getting some movement in our side body and our legs. And if you like, you can kind of rock up on the side of your foot. Whatever feels good. Nice. And let's go a little deeper. So kind of more of a rainbow. Oh, hey knees. How are yours? Mine have been sitting a whole lot today after doing a bike ride. A little stiff. Nice. And then let's juice that up and get some reverb. So as you come over, grab your glute. Grab, grab. And you should get a lot of wiggle in your thighs, which is a good thing. Yeah. Nice. Working those glutes. You can go a little faster, because why not? You can put your arms up high. Saucy. Just keep the shoulders down though. Nice. All right, this sort of feels like shimmy music. I hope y'all can hear it. I'm trying not to drown myself out and lose my voice. Let's start with chest shimmies and warm that area up. So arms crossed over, fingers kind of touching the shoulders, elbows pointing out. Ooh, and guess what's right under there? Your nipples are kind of the center under your elbows. How convenient. Rotate here. So one elbow comes front and then the other. Or one nipple comes forward, then the other. All right, keep that positioning in mind, where your elbows are. Bring your hands to the top of your shoulders. Maybe you go a little smaller, a little faster. Same movement, so it's just rotating your ribs, really. And we're gonna keep our underarms lifted, so using your triceps to really lift underneath, and then extend. Little smaller, little faster. So keeping your arms out, little curve there, but still holding them up, nice and sturdy. And letting the chest be as soft and loose as possible. This is one of the hardest things I have found for people to do. And I think it's because we're always so used to holding ourselves stiff and kind of protecting. But here we can relax. We can let that go, and we can just shake it. Nice. You can shake from one side, shake to the other side, stay lifted under your arms. Sometimes moving around takes the focus off and lets you soften and wiggle in your chest a little bit. Nice, release that, big arm circles. Woo. And warm up quick so we can get into stretch, and let's bring it forward. Feeling good. Let's do a little bit more in the chest and loosen that area up gosh, I'm already warm. I hope it's working for all you. Just bump while I'm fixing my hair. All right, here we go. So check in and make sure your ribs are over your pelvis. We don't want to be like this. That's quite an exaggeration. Or back. We want to have our, so pelvis is a little bit tucked under, not forward, but the tailbone's pointing down. And we want our ribs to be over our pelvis as much as possible. A lot of times I find that people need to bring their lower ribs, especially, back. And bend those knees. We're just gonna slide our chests from side to side. Ideally, it's just the chest, not the hips helping out, or the shoulders. But don't stress about it. More important to have fun and feel good. Nice. All right, now we are going to just the chest forward and back. So try to keep those elbows in one place. Sometimes they want to help here. A little concave of the spine. Unless you have a spinal injury, you need to be careful of. In which case, you can just stretch tall. Beautiful. All right, now we're gonna make a horizontal circle on the ground. So we're gonna push forward, side, come back, side, forward, side, back, side. Don't worry if you look weird. Unless you're doing this with your roommates, no one can tell. Pushing through any tight areas. And come forward. Let's go the other side. Forward. Nice. Coming around. That feels good. Nice. This is a good foundation for a chest grind, if you wanted to do that. All right, cool. That feels warm, huh? Let's get more into our hips. So now bending rather deeply. Let's do big circles here too, actually. So push forward, rock back. So this is not just the low pelvis tilting. I'm pushing kind of all the hips, holding my abs in, belly button to spine when I come back. Yeah. And then let's push forward, side, big bend in the knees, back, side, circle it out. Definitely feel into all the areas of your hips. Anywhere that feels tight, you are welcome to spend more time in. Keep breathing. Nice, and then let's go back the other direction. Beautiful. Ooh, I love this circling for getting all the areas of my hips that are so tight. Really feel it. Awesome. Come to center. Let's do some hip shimmies. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can get a little better view. Nice big bend in the knees. And we're gonna just push the quads back, not ever fully locking out the knees. We don't wanna hurt our knees, right? They need to be around for a long time if we wanna dance with ease. Back, 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 back. Back, 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 back. Although, I've decided I'll dance in whatever fashion I can, right? In the water. I have some friends who do dance in wheelchairs or on walkers, and they're freaking incredible. You'll always find a way if you want to. Yeah. More. Keep going. Back, 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 back. So much jiggles happening right now. In your booty, maybe in your belly, maybe in your chest, maybe your arms. All of it is good. All of the jiggle is awesome. Woo! And relax. Yeah. Oh yeah, my legs and my hips are really nice and warm now. Awesome. Let's do a straddle. Come into to the front. So inhale, belly stays to spine, long neck and spine, so super extended, no curving here. We're gonna bend at the waist, and then you can support yourself on your thighs, on your shins, on the floor. Good. Keeping that head and neck extended. We're not curving here. And just for funsies, let's take a little lunge into one side and the other. I don't know that we've stretched like this before, but it's a really nice stretch into the side of the legs. Wow, I've got a lot of patterns going on today. Enjoy that. Just demonstrating, you don't need to show up any particular way. Just show up sometimes. Nice, stretch it again. Maybe you can go a little bit wider now. Maybe you can come down a little bit more. Just support yourself. Let it feel good. Nice, and now bend your knees. Let's start to rotate over to one side, and we are eventually gonna come to a lunge. You are welcome to keep it a high lunge, if that is more comfortable for you, or to drop your knee down. Getting comfortable wherever you want to be. Make sure that your low back is not poking out. We want to tuck it under a little bit. Tailbone's still pointing down, so you might need to get into those abs there, but it will help stretch through the front of the leg that's out. And stretch a little bit more forward. Nice 90-degree angle in the front leg, and you can start relaxing that. So no dumping. Stay engaged there. It's actually more of a stretch when you're engaged. Hips, knees, toes, chest, all pointing the same direction. And if you want more stretch, you can stretch your arms up over you. Maybe you can come down a little bit lower now. And if you'd like even more, grab the wrist that's toward the camera, and then stretch up and over toward that bent leg. Oh, that feels so nice. Breathe and enjoy it. Feel where there's space and see if you can soften into that. Lovely. Come on up. And let's tilt back a little bit. Keeping your foot on the ground if you can. A nice long stretch. And then go ahead and lift the toes up so your foot is flexed. Feel that stretch. Maybe you come down a little bit with a straight back. Ooh, make sure your hips stay facing forward. Mine immediately wanted to fall out to the side, but we're not going to let that happen. Ooh. I'm going to do a little bit of rocking to let my hamstrings know it's super cool to relax right here. You don't need to keep hanging on so hard. Breathing. Awesome. All right, put that foot down. We're going to rotate. Stay low if you can. Coming down to the other side. Situate yourself. Get cozy. Remember that tailbone is pointing straight down to the ground. 90-degree angle on the front leg, the one that's bent in front of you. Loving that release. So nice. Hips, knees, toes, all in the same direction. And get that more stretch if you want. Grab the wrist toward the camera if you'd like that stretch. Up and over. Push down into your foot and your leg that's on the ground. Or your back foot if your toes are still on the ground. Get some stability there. Oh man. Seriously, stay here forever. Awesome. then flex that foot. You might need to push it out a little bit to get your stretch. Wiggle if you need it. So nice. Beautiful. And then go ahead and make your way down to the ground. Maybe you lean back on your hand. Maybe you crawl forward a little bit. Let's stretch our legs out straight in front of us first. We'll do a nice forward fold. So you might want space in between your legs to come down there. No, it's easier for me. Again, we're going to stay up nice and tall, so extending the arms up, the shoulders stay down, navel to spine, stretching long, keeping your flat back. So if that means you stop here on your thighs, that's where you stop and enjoy your stretch. Back of the legs endeavoring to be all the way flat on the ground. Do all the wiggling you like to get there. And you don't need to force it. Just do what feels good. We haven't warmed up extensively, so we don't need to do like crazy deep flexibility stretching. That's for Charlie Sharp's classes, right? She'll get you super stretched out. And now go ahead, relax your head. Breathing here. Lovely. Point your head up, kind of snake it up, and then sit up. So kind of circled a little bit. I'm going to come to sort of a cross-legged position. I'm not super folded in. I'm more of like a triangle with my legs out in front of me. If you are one of those people who likes to stack your feet on your knees, go for it. Just keep your feet flexed wherever you are the whole time you're doing it. We're going to try and stay equally on both booty cheeks, stretching long and coming forward. Ooh, high hips. Love up those hips. A little wiggle if you like, and check in with your jaw. See if you can soften your jaw. Your jaw and your hips are often very connected, so sometimes when you can soften your jaw, you can soften in your hips as well. Nice. And now whichever leg is in front, walk over to that direction. And enjoy that stretch. Ooh, that's going right into the IT band. I hope that's good for you. It's always such a tight spot. There's so much work. Nice. And then let's inhale over to the other side. Come on, back to the center. Whichever leg is in front, we're going to inhale, rotate from the bottom of the waist over to that side. Navel still coming to spine. Make sure your knees are still dropping down. And just breathing, filling all the sides of your lungs. So literally the sides, the front, the back, down low, up high. Big balloon breath here. Or you could yum there. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale back to center. Let's lean back. Point our knees up to the ceiling, and then windshield wiper our legs. Let's give them a break from being folded. Nice. And then other leg crosses in front. I need to get water. Okay. Check and make sure both booty cheeks are on the ground, feet are flexed. Inhale, nice and long. And let's come down here. Wiggling in. Checking in with your jaw. See if you can find some softness there. Beautiful. Inhale. Walk over toward that front leg. Stretch there. Say hello to that T-bend on the other side. And inhale it back across. So nice to stretch out the hips. And let's come around to the center. Maybe you can go a little bit lower. Inhale it on up. Beautiful. We're going to twist to the other side. Inhaling, navel comes to spine. Rotate nice and low. Breathing. Oh, you could yum here. Let's inhale. Yum. Does that make the stretch better? Oh. Correct my back a little. Inhale back to the front, and let's do a little windshield wiper of the legs here. Feeling good, yeah? Let's see, let's come over. Either sit cross-legged if that's more comfortable for you, or come up on your knees. This is a nice way to sit and relax your hips. We're just gonna tilt over one side to the other. So inhaling, exhale, one hand down, up and over, shoulder stays down. So we're gonna breathe and stretch here. If your legs are crossed, you'll wanna do both sides and then swap your legs. And then you do both sides again. Inhaling, see if you got a little bit longer to reach through the armpit. Hello, lats and side body. Keep that hip down. Swapping to the other side now if you're sitting cross-legged. Breathing. Maybe you can walk your hand out a little bit more. Beautiful. Then we're going to rotate down, circle it through. Nice. Inhale, arms up. You're going to cross your legs here if you're doing cross-legged. And stretch up and over. Hip stays down, shoulder stays down. Ribs staying in alignment with the pelvis still, so don't let them bow open at all. Breathing, expanding, hip drops lower, arm reaches further. And swap if you're sitting cross-legged, or reach your hand out a little bit more. Hip stays down. Inhaling. Really fill up your lungs. Nice. Drop, and instead of circling through, put your palm down and let's come to all fours. We're going to do a little cat-cow. So coming to neutral to start. We are going to inhale, lift the middle of your spine, drop your tailbone and your head. And then exhale, reaching your tailbone and your head up. Inhaling. Exhale. Nice. Inhale. Exhale. Come to neutral. And then we're going to circle up and out through, more parallel to the ground. So circling your ribs, your hips can help. Nice. And the other side. I like this one. You can let your head go if you want. And if I do, my hair is going to go crazy. I really need it away. But go for it if you want. Nice. And then put your toes together, knees a little bit out. Let's come down into a child's pose. Actively stretching long, so hands are still pressing into the mat. Maybe your forehead comes down. Maybe you start to get your chest and your chin down to the mat. The hands are still pressing in. Get a nice stretch under your armpits here. Hips sinking back. Beautiful. And then let's tuck the pelvis and roll it up. Working on that supple spine. All right, come to a seated cross-legged position, or maybe you want to do a forward straddle stretch right here, right now. Up to you. Pull out our cards. I already thanked Kali for her blessings, inviting us to welcome shift and change. Right? So much of the world needs it right now, and we're in such a huge period of it. I'm actually feeling really good about it today. Really, I guess, hopeful. Not good about the horrible things that are happening and have been happening, but I'm feeling good about the increased awareness for myself, for so many people, and the increased level of action that is being put toward change that's more sustaining to everyone in our world. It's hard, but it feels good to have it moving. All right, so lovely, sending through your energy the guidance that we are ready for this week. Our goddess is in here. She's here. This is very interesting. I feel like we keep my hands are being drawn to the same goddess multiple times. Telling, huh? Eireen, there is no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. So our message from Eireen. Even though appearances may seem chaotic, I assure you that a higher plan is in action. This all-loving power is carrying and supporting you completely. Relax into the arms of divine love and breathe away all cares, concerns, and worries. Put your focus into enjoying and appreciating each blessing. Your gratitude helps you attract even more blessings in your life. Oh my gosh, we've been talking about this so much in all the Showgirl Temple stuff. And I do believe it's true. In the hardest of times, the thing that I have is gratitudes. You know, when things are really rough, I just start repeating over and over anything and everything that I'm grateful for, not judging it. And you don't need to find new gratitudes. It can be the same couple of things all the time. But just focusing on that energy really helps me shift. Various meanings of this card. Give your cares and worries to heaven. Pray, meditate, Engage in peace-enhancing activities such as yoga, sea salt baths, massages, naps, music, playfulness, and the like. Eireen is a Greek goddess whose sisters include the goddesses of lawfulness and justice. Eireen brings peacefulness to all who call upon her. The Romans refer to her as pax, which means peace. Eireen helps us replace worry with faith. She also reminds us to retain our childlike awe and enthusiasm for life. Well, that is beautiful. Have fun, peace, and play. I think they go well together. And in fact, I want to invite all of you who are interested to join me in playing this Wednesday night. I'm going to be teaching burlesque basics for the bedroom through Shebop online. That is in my links, and it's on all my pages and things like that. You can register for that. There is a lower income option if you're in need of that right now, because I know many of us are having financial upheavals. So join us if you can. It's a ton of fun. I basically go through a lot of the basic burlesque moves and some things about making performance exciting and fun, and I teach my 3 Ps of striptease. So that's a fun time to play. What else is going on in Showgirl Temple? Charlie Sharp has her classes, Thick Thighs Workshop, and Bendy for All Bodies going on Wednesday nights and Saturday days. Oh, and stay tuned. There's some very exciting announcements coming about a really wonderful class that we'll be teaching online, me and Vanity Thorn. Actually, mostly Vanity, and I'll just be making silly comments. And I'll be the color girl. And then a show announcement. So folks in Portland will be able to come see it live, and then eventually we'll have it online for everyone. It's so very close. So stay tuned. As always, I love to hear your comments. Your wishes for what you'd like to do in Showgirl Stretch are always welcome. And this will be saved in the Showgirl Temple group and on my YouTube if you would like it later. Blessings and peace to all of you.